If you are an international student and you have been wondering what documents you can use to apply for a visa to Italy, or which type of visa do you need to move to Italy or migrate to Italy as an international student from Africa, Asia, or Europe, or any other place out of this continent, this is the video you need, and make sure you keep watching as I deliver the material. Alright, thank you guys for watching this video or for clicking on this particular video. If you are new, my name is Milton Fonkwa. For the returning subscribers, you already know I am the Anointed Village Boy. Thank you so much guys for understanding. So like I said, today I want to talk about the Schengen student visa requirements, alright, precisely in Italy, and I will take this in a step-by-step guide. I will go gradually so that you understand exactly what you are going to be doing. Those of you who applied for studies in Italy or who applied for Italian or to study in Italian universities, these are the documents or what you need to apply for the visa to Italy, alright? First, I will also like to explain here that in order for you to apply for a student visa to Italy, alright, this case, it is not a residence permit, alright? You are going to do your residence permit in Italy. What you are going to be applying for is the student visa. And how do you apply for the student visa? First, you need to get an admissions, alright? Now, I also want you to understand that there are two types of visas you can take to study in Italy. The first one I want to emphasize on is the type C visa, which is the short stay visa, the short stay Schengen visa, alright, for 3 months. Well, there are some programs in Italy in case you have that type of a program which is going to last for less than 90 days or 90 days, you are going to be given by the type C student visa, alright, or Schengen visa, let me put it this way. Now, if you have a program that is going to last you 1 year and more, you are going to be applying for what is called the National Visa D type, alright, to Italy. No more the Schengen C type visa, okay? Now, let's go forward from there. Now, if you have gotten the admissions letter, alright, there are things you need to do. And again, for you to get your original confirmation, you need to first of all pay some certain amounts of money. Sometimes it's usually like $500, $1,000 for the university or less, alright? That is after you've gotten the first letter. When you get the first letter, you need to now take your certificates to a translator, alright, or the embassy. When it is translated, you have to take it to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. When the ministry confirms the document and sign them, you will now bring them and upload them back to the application portal, alright. In this case, you are confirming to the admissions team that you are now ready for enrollment. When you submit the documents, and the admissions will tell you to pay some certain amounts of money, probably 500 euros, 400 euros, or even 300 euros, that is confirmation to show that you are going to move to Italy to start studying this program, alright? Until when you pay this money, they are going to confirm now and you can now go ahead and apply for the visa. Again, understand that this money is still part of your tuition fee when you arrive Italy, alright? So you do not need to panic. Now, when you have succeeded in doing all of this, you now carry on to the embassy. The other documents you need to take to the embassy are, first, your admissions letter, your application form where you paid that $50, or some schools will ask you to pay $50, others will not ask you this, alright? There was one time I applied to an Italian university. They actually gave me the letter and they asked me to go to a nearby embassy. They asked me to give them an embassy to confirm and to send my documents there, or to send my information there, so I can carry my documents, go with them to the embassy, pay these amounts for these documents to be confirmed. And I understood it was the translation stage, alright, that I am going to the embassy for them to do. Probably the embassy have translators, and it is very possible because that is what the Spanish embassy does, alright. So when you go there and pay this money, it is going to be done. From there, you are now going to apply for your visa. For the visa, the other documents you need is a copy of your passport. Remember, this passport should not be 3 months to expiring date, alright, and it should have 2 pages, empty pages inside the passport for them to actually write their stuff and stamp your visa, okay? Now, this is not all about the documents you need to apply for this visa, alright? The other documents you need is your passport data page. I already talked about that. Then you also need a passport size photograph. These photographs has dimensions, alright? If you don't know the dimensions of the photograph, you can as well check the Italian embassy website to know. Again, when you are taking the photographs or the snapshots, make sure your ears are open, all right, like this. If you are someone that have flat ears like this, make sure your ears are open like this, because they always want to see or support them from behind, all right. This information I'm giving you are always available in the Italian embassy website, all right. Then, how do you even get the documents, the application form to apply for this visa? All right, you are going to find the application form on the Italian embassy website, and on the form you are going to find the European flag, all right, the flag of the EU. There is something called the EU flag, that green stuff in a square form with stars inside, yellow stars inside. That is what I mean. The form has it on the extreme top left, or the left corner, at the top left corner, all right. So that is the form you are printing. Remember, I said the forms are going to be different. So make sure you take the form for the visa application you are applying for. If you are applying for a short stay visa, the Schengen short stay visa of which is type C visa, know that your form is going to be different. If you are applying for the national visa type D, which is the Italian student visa, all right, your form is going to be this one I just explained. Now, you have other things you need to also provide in order to apply for the visa. One of the things you need again is an air ticket. I would suggest that if you are facing difficulties, always take Turkish Airlines. Book the ticket with Turkish Airlines, all right? Do not pay yet. Just do the booking and you show the reservation, all right? Sometimes there was a time I reserved a flight and they told me it's going to be not more than 2 days. If I do not pay, they will wipe it from the system. That is what you should do. When you go to a flight agency or a ticket agency, tell them they should just reserve for you. I think maximum should be 2 or 3 days. They will erase it. Of course, when you take the reservation, you present to the embassy, probably they will give you a visa as fast as possible. Then you pay at that time, or you just reserve. If they cancel it, no problem. You pay anytime, soon you get your visa, all right? That is what you are going to do. Now, apart of the air ticket and the other documents I mentioned, you also need a medical insurance. Remember, the medical insurance in this case is the insurance you are going to be using. For Luxembourg, it is different. For Poland, it is different. For Italy, I believe it's different because it is not a 30,000 insurance you need for Luxembourg, all right? Pay attention to this. Then, you also need to ask the embassy if they can guide you on where to go, because sometimes they have specific companies. I believe AXA should be one. They can always tell you that go to this company, go to this site and pay for the insurance. I think it shouldn't cost you more than $100. I know of someone who paid $50, all right? So that is what you should know. Now, again, the most important document I was almost forgetting is the bank statement or proof of funds. Now, most countries will always want you to show pay slips letters, sponsorship letters, bank statements, but for the Italian student visa or the national visa D type you are going to be applying for to go and study in Italy, you need the money in your own bank account. All right, and how much is the money? Well, statistics shows that most students, or let me say majority of the population, will spend 350 euros to 400 euros every month in Italy. Again, before I continue, please do not take accommodation or do not book the bigger cities to live in. Find areas that are somehow hiding. I hope you understand, small cities to stay in, because statistics shows cities like Milan are somehow expensive. An accommodation in Milan for a month, the city center in Milan, is like 450 to 500 euros. So take accommodation far away from bigger cities, all right? Now, statistics shows that if you are someone who manages, who doesn't eat anyhow, you can spend maximum 350 to 400 euros, all right? So with that said, all you need to prove in your bank account is going to be 6,000 euros or 6,500 euros. 6,000 euros or 6,500 is okay in your own bank account. The money should be in your bank account, not blocked account, all right? Put it in your bank account, either a service account, a current account, a domiciliary account, but it must be in your bank account. The account should carry your names exactly the way they are on your passport, all right, and all the other details. If you do not have 6,000 euros, 6,000 euros should be approximately 3,900,000 and something. in Cameroon francs CFA. Let's just say 4 million CFA francs. Cameroonians, I hope you are watching me. So if you have this money, put it in your account. If you do not have the money, take the money from your father, your mother, and put in your own bank account. Do not withdraw the money when you get the visa, except you have arrived Italy and do your residence permit. I am coming to that. Alright. So when you put the money in your account, you print the bank statement, you show to the embassy, alright, it is going to be okay. The reason you are putting this money in your own bank account and you are not withdrawing it immediately you get your visa, except you have done your residence permit in Italy, is because you have to show proof when you arrive Italy that you have money in your bank account to sustain you in Italy. And in this case, you are going to show your bank statement or show proof that you have an account with money inside before you can be given a residence permit in Italy. After you get the permit, you can now withdraw the money and send back to whosoever gave you the money to put in that account. I hope we are together. Without you showing the Italian authorities that you have money, they will not give you a residence permit because you need to be staying and feeding and transporting yourself while studying in Italy, alright? So that is what you should understand. The residence permit will only be given to you when you arrive Italy and show that you have money in your account. I hope you understand. Now, the other documents you need, sometimes a majority of us who need this document is language proficiency. You might want to apply for a student visa. Sometimes it all depends on your program of interest or the program in which you got your admissions. The embassy might ask you to show proof that you can speak English language. Of course, you might have shown the university because they are dealing with what the university gave them or sent to them. All right. So if you are coming from an English-speaking country, you can show proof of that. Or if your language of instruction is English, for your programs, you can show that you have been studying in English language in a couple of years or past months, all right? But also understand that if you are coming from a country where French is the first language, like most African countries like Guinea and some others, Senegal, you have to show proficiency in French language, all right? Sometimes they may not ask you for proficiency in French, but they will rather ask you for proficiency in English. But in this case, if your program is English, you have to prove proficiency in English because remember, you are going to be studying in English language, all right? So that is what you need to know. The last document I want to elaborate about is accommodation. Now, you remember you are going to a foreign land, all right? It's not like Northern Cyprus where you can just go. Even right now, you cannot just go to Northern Cyprus without proof of accommodation or payment of accommodation. Alright, so for you to pay accommodation, you can pay online. I will drop some links in the description box where you can always pay accommodation to. You can find hotels around and you pay accommodation to them, but it is not hotel. A student shouldn't be living in a hotel, alright? So this hotel issue is for tourists. You as an international student, find an apartment, alright? Find an apartment so that you will be comfortable, or you go to the school dormitory. I hope you understand all these information I gave you. With all of this, be sure that you are going to get your visa to Italy. Visa to Italy is not somehow difficult. It is not difficult. Admissions to Italy might be somehow a little zigzag, alright? Let me say it might be a little more confusing, but if you follow the steps keenly, alright, you are going to see that it is very easy to move to Italy. So when you are applying for a program in Italy, make sure, especially if you are applying for science programs, business programs, finance programs like accountancy and finance, make sure that you have something related to GMAT or GRE, or explain to the university that you have been studying in English language, you have gotten mathematics at high school as well, all right? Because sometimes you may not even speak directly to them. Your details will be sent to the embassy. The embassy will be the one to question you. So make sure you put all of these documents together, all right, before you move to the Italian embassy to apply for it. I hope this video helps you. If it does, please do not forget, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell, all right? Until we meet again in another one. Peace.